Ciao and welcome back to my identity playlist on my Be Kind Fox channel. I'm talking about the identity, the developing of an identity, especially of people with multiple cultural origins who come from different countries. And there again, especially, I'm trying to talk to parents that have children when the parents have different cultural backgrounds or when they move to different countries. So if this topic is of interest for you, stay with me, follow me. What I do is to share my brain bits, so all of my experiences and what I have learned in the course of my life. I try to bring it together and deliver it to you in a sort of puzzle pieces, because the whole identity topic is nothing set in stone, it's nothing easy, especially if you have different cultural backgrounds, and there is no rule how to do it, but there are so many different, again, bits and pieces, puzzle pieces that you can use to build your identity or not use, and it's a very individual process. So in my opinion, the easiest, the most efficient way is to be aware about all those puzzle pieces, and then if you have the big picture, let's say, and know all the puzzle pieces that could have influenced you, then you select the ones that you want or that you don't want. And this is how you then can develop your identity. Or again, coming back to this picture of the parents and the children, if you show your child all the bits and pieces that might influence or determine their identity, and you go through them with them and tell them, this could be of interest for you, this could be related to you, do you feel this as important for you or don't you feel it? So you accompany them in feeling what is relevant for them and what not. It is of big help for them. And just to be sure, this is not a one-time process. It can change after a few weeks, it can change after a few years, it can change after the next move to another country, or it cannot change. So this awareness of it being a process that has to be solved individually and that might change, in my opinion, is very important. If you have followed my channel up to now and the by now 15 single videos on this identity playlist, you might have heard my interview with Anna Seidel, who is a global mobility trainer. This was the last video. And in this video she said a very important word, in my opinion, which was belonging. What is belonging? Belonging is feeling that you're part of a group, a member of a group, a valued member of a group, and that you somehow fit into this group. But what groups are we talking about? It starts from the smallest social cell, which is the family. So if you feel part of your family, that's already a good thing. Not everybody has this. And it goes then further to a group of friends, a team for sports, a country, a religion, a community in a village. It can be various and vast, so there is no rule and no fixed setting. The important part is that everybody should feel some belonging to some groups. At least the family, of course, but it should be bigger, and the more you feel you belong to, the better and the happier you are. And this feeling of belonging is an intrinsic need of every human. And if you are born in a village where all your ancestors lived in and you never move away from there, then your belonging is more or less set. There are people who still don't have the sense of belonging. They feel strange, they feel not fitting. This of course happens, but if everything is stable and you didn't move out of this village, normally you feel part of this community and there is nobody questioning it, and a part of yourself maybe. So this is the standard situation. But as soon as you move to another country, another city, this feeling of belonging has to be developed again. And it's not easy. Mainly if you go to a place where you maybe don't feel welcome because you are a refugee, maybe because your ethnicity is not well seen in this country by racists, whatever reasons there are, it gets difficult then. If you feel rejected, this also might end into a trauma of rejection, because you don't feel you are belonging to this new community where you should belong. And it's not only about acquaintance towards people. It's about acceptance, it's about attention, and it is about receiving support. And of course, it's both ways. So you want to feel accepted and to get the attention and be supported, but you also have to deliver it. So this is something that might be a bit difficult at the beginning if you are coming to a new country and you feel not being part of it, of course, because you're new. Remember, if it happened to you coming to a new country and the first day in a new school, in a new class, you feel just, foreign and isolated and strange, and it's a weird feeling. The more you are the one who is giving attention and giving acceptance and supporting others, the more they will come towards you, of course. So it's always both sides, And how is this belonging expressed? Because there are external signs that show if you feel you belong. Imagine teenagers. They are following a certain dress code. They are listening to the same music within their groups. Of course, there are different types of music that different teenager groups listen to. It's pop, it's R&B, it's whatever. So the music is different, and the songs they listen to are different, but within their group, music is a sign of recognition between them. It's a symbol also. And of course, it's shared interests, it's common goals. Think about a sports team. Winning the next competition is a common goal for the whole team. And it's having the same beliefs. If you think about being part of a religious community, having the same beliefs is very important. In Maslow's pyramid of needs, this belonging is just in the center of his pyramid. So we have the first level. It's what humans need. It's shown in a pyramid, and the base, of course, is to have food and water and sleep. These are the basic physiological needs. And the second level then is safety, so that you feel protected, you don't feel insecure, physically mainly, but also mentally, of course. And the third level is about belonging and love. So people need this. It's, let's say, the third level of need. So that shows how important it is. And of course, in a study of 2020, they found out that belonging is of highest importance for your happiness. If you feel you belong to whatever group, but there is some feeling of belonging, this increases your level of happiness, and not belonging can lead to anxiety, to depression, it can lead to hopelessness and to loneliness. So the more we feel we belong, the better we feel. So how do we increase this sense of belonging? Because if we don't have it, we must become active to develop it, to have this feeling of belonging, because it is important for us humans. And the very first step you can do is to become active. So get outside of your house, get outside of your home, get outside of your comfort zone, and try to join groups in your community, be it neighbors, be it a sports team, be it the library, be it the religious community to which you anyhow belong to maybe, or even a new one. So get outside and do the first steps towards these communities and start showing up, giving attention, giving acceptance, and start supporting. And the second step is to be patient. So nobody was waiting for you. You know, they were a group of people doing sports, reading books, doing some music together, doing whatever they did already before you showed up. So they didn't need you. So when you come, it's normally not happening that they see you and in an instant you are the most important part of this group. So be patient. Go there, show up, be supportive, and then be patient. And give them time to get to know you and to feel that you, again, give attention and support and acceptance. And this acceptance mainly is the most important thing, in my personal opinion. So because it is easy, you come into a new area and you are not right away integrated, because it takes time, because you are new, because you maybe don't know the language, because maybe they didn't ask for you or wait for you. So it might seem normal, or it is normal, that then you say, oh, those insert name of population, of group, of whatever, they are so close, they are so cold, they don't want me, they are negative, they are stupid, they are, sure, it's a human reaction. And this is something that you have to get in control, or where you have to help your children to not get back into this spite feeling, but to stay open and give the others the chance to get to know them. And the more you are open, or your child is open, the quicker this child will become part of this new group. So it is important to focus on the similarities and not that much on the differences. And those similarities should be easy to find, because if you will of course join a group that is somehow fitting your interests. Be it music, be it books, be it some kind of sports, whatever. So look at those special interests and look at the people in the group and try to find similarities with them. Or tell your child, look, this little girl is also interested as you in books, or I saw her climbing that tree last day, just like you love to do. Maybe you could talk to her a bit more, smile at her, go towards her and tell her a name, present yourself, and get to know her. Maybe we could invite her to play with you together in our garden. So try to show them how to access new people and how to talk to them and how to present themselves. If you have looked at the interview with Anna, she started saying, for instance, that she has a US passport, but she doesn't feel as an American, that she grew up in Germany, but she doesn't feel like a German, and she lived in several other countries, and none of those countries give her this sense of belonging, because she feels part of a global community, which is perfect, it's lovely. But not everybody is that lucky. So now, at a certain point, you look to areas where you could feel a sort of belonging. And often enough, it is happening towards a country. So if your parents come from one country and you live those traditions, and your parents tell you about how beautiful it was to live there, and all those little intimate stories about the family there and the friends there and their memories of their childhood and youth, and all of that adds emotional linking to this country of origin. And sometimes this is what gives a sense of belonging. But it doesn't have to. And there I come back again to what I said at the beginning. No one can tell you or should tell you where you have to belong to. It's your decision. If you don't feel belonging to a group, to a country, to a religious community, then you don't. The important thing is that you somehow feel a belonging. But it doesn't have to be towards a country. It doesn't have to be towards a religion. It hopefully is towards a family, but even that, if you don't have this belonging into your family, I hope you have a group of friends around you where you feel you belong to. So there is no rule again saying you have to have this and that. It is something that you need to have for your mental health, but there is no law saying you have to feel a belonging towards certain fixed groups. It is up to you to feel what you have inside. It's nothing you can decide on. I will feel from now on belonging to this and that group. It doesn't work. You can decide to try. You can decide to open up, to get outside your comfort zone and your home mainly, and do some steps toward that group, and open up and do this attention and acceptance and support thing, and then see if it fits, if they accept you, and if you feel as belonging to that group. But you can't decide, I will now belong to this group. That doesn't work. So best is, as usual, just think about it, feel what's inside of you, feel what your heart is saying, feel where your soul has this feeling of belonging. And yeah, I guess thinking about it is the best way. Talk about it with your family, with your friends, because there again, you've seen it with Anna. Anna has given me 3 new aspects in this whole identity discussion that I didn't think of before. So the more you talk with other people about your thoughts and your feelings, the more you learn about yourself and about others, and this gives you new points of view and new ideas. So yeah, this was today's topic of belonging. And I hope you liked it. I thank you so much for the time you spent with me and the company. I hope I was of company for you. If you like that discussion, then please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and as always, be kind.